fashionable. I feel like dancing in the rain. Can I have volunteers? What a damn jolly good idea. It's such a jollification, as a matter of fact. So break on off, my dear, underneath the moonlight. Together we'll sail across the sea, reminiscing every night. Meantime, I ask you to be my Valentine. You say you'd have to tell your daddy if you can. I'll be your Valentino. We'll ride upon an omnibus and then the casino. Get a new facial, start a sensational seaside rendezvous. So adorable. Seaside rendezvous. Woohoo! Seaside rendezvous. Give us a kiss.
That was Seaside Rendezvous by Queen, and we played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything we just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want over 1,000 more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, awesome song. It's not an easy one. I didn't create an easier version of this song because it's just like, yeah, if you need an easy version, you should probably play a different song. It's not crazy hard. It's not. But it's complex, right? None of the chords are crazy difficult, but it's kind of complex. So I had a hard time simplifying it without, stealing all its thunder. So I didn't try. So I'm just going to go through this then, chronologically, through everything I played. And the first part is the simplest to make easier if you want to just skip it, which is to say the intro. If you want to just skip the intro and say 5, 6, 7, and seaside, whenever you roll along with me, you can do that. But here's what I started with. The tablature is in the song sheet, but here's how I did it. I started out with my fingers, my 4 fingers on the 4 strings like that. I don't need my pinky because I only have 4 strings. But I started out with my 4 fingers on the 4 strings. So if you're wondering, ooh, which string did I use to pluck that? Well, they all have assigned strings here, right? So here's how I did it. I'm using my 3 strong fingers only in this. And the first thing, actually, how about that? I only plucked twice, didn't I? Pluck once, and then do a hammer. And then you can pluck on the next one and drop it. So that's 2 plucks, right? And then my middle finger goes over to the third fret of the 2nd string. I'm screwing it up now. So I'm, right? And I'm going back and forth between these 2 strings using those 2 assigned fingers. And then I slap. Now I'm going to pluck 2 strings at a time. I'm going to use my thumb and again, the assigned ones for the top 2 strings, right? The ones, I guess it's the 4th and 3rd strings, but the ones closest to the ceiling. And I'm forming a shape here that I'm basically going to keep. It's 1st fret, 3rd fret on the 3rd and 4th strings, but I'm going to slide up. So again, I pluck just once and slide. That's it. So and now, you know the assigned ones. If I'm going to play the first 2 strings, it's these 2 fingers I'm going to play with, my weak 2 fingers. So I only have to drop one finger, fortunately for that, because it's a 0 on the first string, but just like that. And then I'm using those for that, and then I'm going to do the middle 2 strings. Oh, sorry. So again, it's the same shape. I go here, and then I have a shape here. Slide it down 2 frets, and then, and that's it. And I go to, in order to get the timing right, I use these 2 fingers on the 4th string. I find that easier than, I can do that, but that's about as fast as my thumb can go, and sometimes I screw up the timing, so I prefer this. Like I'm a bass player playing a line, right? And that's it. Slow motion now, one more time. So right from there, I go right down into the first strum of the Seaside. That's it for the intro. Okay, now here we go for the rest of the song. Most of the song, with lots of variations, but most of the song, I'm going to be doing down, down, up, up, down, up, the most common of all ukulele strums, right? Seaside, whenever you stroll along with me. But then it does change with the lyrics, right? Merely contemplating what you feel inside. I don't know what to say other than I do what feels right when I'm singing it, when I'm singing the lyrics. So I don't actually stick to that strum, but that's the closest thing to a generalized strum that I've got there. All right, sorry. And the emphasis is on that down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Now let's go over it line by line with all the chord transitions. I'm starting with my ring finger on that C for a Seaside. Seaside, whenever you stroll along with me, I'm merely contemplating. I just have to slide that down and drop the rest of the G7 around it. What you feel inside, that's what that bounce is. I just slide it down and back up. Now that's officially 2 chord changes, but don't think of it that way. You're just bouncing the G7, right? What you feel inside. And now my index finger stays put, but I move the other fingers for the D minor. Meanwhile, I ask you to be my Clementine. So from the D minor to the G, I have to jump. But then the way I'm doing that G riff, I want to hear this. Right? I'm just screwing with the A string. So it's G. I'm just with my pinky. I leave the G formed, and I just with my pinky. And then stop it for drama, right? At the last syllable of Clementine. Clementine. Be my Clementine. Yeah, you say you will if you could, but you can't. So again, I was on the G riff. Say you. Now I've already have my ring finger almost on the C to start with. So will if you could, but you can't. Switch to a C7. I love you. Now this has got. Now we start into what is the hardest part of this song, which is quick chord changes. And I don't know how to make that any simpler other than to show you how I do them. But some of them are just jump to the chord. So there's no way I know of making it easier other than practice. So love you madly. So again, from the C7, that's pretty easy to an F. You kind of roll your index finger and you've got the index finger part of the F. Love you, but then it's a jump to the G. Love you. You notice you change on the up strokes there too. And then I just kind of roll out for the C. Madly. Again, change on the up. Madly led. And here it's kind of a patter with a different chord almost every strum. Let's see. My imagination ran away with you gladly. Yep, it's 5 in a row. F, E minor, D minor, C, B flat. unfortunately, none of the chords are crazy hard, but I jump to an E minor, jump back to a D minor. See, I don't have any hints for any of those. It's just fast runs. Away with you gladly. Now that B flat 6 is the same as a G minor 7. I called it a B flat 6 because it is, but also it's a second name for it, but also because it comes after a B flat. Just pick up a finger and you've got that. So at least that's an easy one. And then the next is easier than it sounds too. Brand new angle, highly commendable. See, I'm just sliding down. Start with the C on the 3rd fret, then B, 2nd fret, first fret, and then just keep sliding it down. Your index finger slides right off the neck, but then jump to an E minor, and I use a full E minor. No, normally I play an E minor like this, but here I use a full E minor because I want to be able to step this one down too. C, right? E minor, E flat minor, D minor. Just keep the same shape, let your index finger just run right off the neck, and that's it. And then very quickly jump to a G. That's it. So, my imagination run away with you. Oh, sorry, I'm singing it wrong. My imagination run away with you gladly. A brand new angle, highly commendable. Seaside Rendezvous. I feel so romantic. This part's easier. Can we do it again? Can we do? Just flatten out your index finger and form that G minor 7th, which is the same as the B flat 6. Yes, it is. Can we do it again sometime? I'd like that fantastic. C'est la vie, madame et ma. So from that C7, go all the way across to an A, and then pick one up and drop one for that F sharp diminished, or Hawaiian D7 as some people call it. And again, we're doing that step down. Peak of the season, the Mediterranean. So I'm doing a 2nd position G there because I started with a G sharp. Mediterranean. And then I go back to the riff. This time of year, it's so fashionable. The kazoo verse is exactly the same as we played the verse through the bridge. It's the same thing all the way through, except, or not the bridge, just the verse, I guess. Except in that step down, there's a slap there. I feel like dancing. And again, the bridge B is very similar to, or it's the same chords as the bridge A, just different lyrics. So that's fine. And 3rd verse is similar, and then the only thing is at the end, in the outro, you do it 3 times, right? So adorable. Woo-hoo. Give us a kiss. Be sure to kiss the air when you do that last one. Or your friend. Kiss a friend who hopefully won't slap you or punch you out. Okay. I think that's it. I'm sorry I wasn't able to give you very many clues to make it easier, but I just showed you the way I did it. Now I'm going to do a slow motion close-up play-along, and I think I'm going to go through the entire song because it's a pretty darn short song, and even though it has some repetition, it might require a bunch of practice. So slow motion, close-up on my chord changing hand, but I'm going to start off back a little farther so that you can follow along and see how I do that intro, that tablature. And again, follow along with me in slow motion if you think it'll be helpful. 5, 6, 7. say you will if you could, but you can't. I love you madly. Let my imagination run away with you gladly. A brand new angle, highly commendable seaside rendezvous. I feel so romantic. Can we do it again? Can we do it again sometime? I like that. Fantastic. C'est la vie, madame et monsieur. And at the peak of the season, the Mediterranean, this time of year, it's so fashionable. Kazoo verse. I feel like dancing in the rain. Can I have a volunteer? Keep right on dancing. What a damn jolly good idea. It's such a jollification, as a matter of fact. So très charmant, my dear. Underneath the moonlight. I didn't show you that before, but sorry. 7th fret, that's just a G. Underneath the moonlight, together we'll sail across the sea, reminiscing every night. Meantime, I ask you to be my Valentine. You say you'd have to tell your daddy. If you can, I'll be your Valentino. We'll ride upon an omnibus and then the casino. Bread and official, start a sensational seaside rendezvous. So adorable. Seaside rendezvous. Woohoo! Seaside rendezvous. Give us a kiss. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.